inclusion, no to discrimination, the migrant united will never be defeated. So this is not only just chanting. This is the beginning. Okay, when I'm standing here, it's already 5 years. We cannot speak on marching in the street. But we try our best how to create many things to make sure that our voice must be heard by many people in the street, and we need to be more visible. Any condition, we need to be more visible with many creativity that we have. So again, I will try to, I will be nervous because speak in the many of the feminists. Okay, I will try to read the letter as my speak today. So dear my wonderful feminists in here, we witness a type of forced migration of people that has become inevitable consequences in the era of imperialists, because for the global elite, migrants are treated as commodity and cheap labor for super profit of corporations and governments. The number of temporary migrant, asylum seeker, refugees, and stateless people continue to increase due to the plunder of land and resources, low wages, labor flexibilization, militarism, war like happening in Gaza, and political conflicts, climate crisis, and so forth. Asia-Pacific region is the origin of 83 million migrants. They work inside and outside the region for basic and medium skills such as domestic work, caregiver, construction, entertainment, manufacture, textile, fishing, and others. This kind of job that most locals do not want to do and are considered as 3D. 3D, yeah, dirty, difficult, and dangerous. In addition to this, the region is also a destination of 42 million international migrants and nearly 5 million refugees. The number of new disaster-induced displacement has also reaches 21.3 million, and they migrate inside and outside their respective countries for a new home. Today, I will focus my sharing on the labor migration, especially of women migrants. We continue to face a great structural challenges that exploit and marginalize women migrants. Those discriminatory treatment are manifested in the form of exclusion from labor protection, no working hours, no regulation, no decent food and accommodation, live-in mandatory, no right to union, temporary visa arrangement, arrest and deportation, imprisonment, accident and death, and so forth. As women migrants, we must accept the reality that every time an imperialist experience a worsening crisis, our working and living conditions also worsen. We come to realize that our condition from underpaid, temporary informalization of our employment, no job security and protection, and even deportation is a scheme to extend a super profit from us. Migrant workers also pitted against local workers to prevent us, the working class, from uniting ourselves and fighting together. Yes, despite the human rights violation, health threat, and wars, our home government like Indonesia, Philippines, and Bangladesh continue their program of exporting migrant labor abroad. They use the migrant to earn revenue and remittance to subsidize the so-called development project and payment of foreign loan. They charge so much money, and yet they abandon their national in need. The women migrants are left alone with no protection and no one to protect us except ourselves. So what our dream? We want to go home. reunite with our family, live in peace and sustainable living. We want to see an end to the plunder of our land and resources, exploitation and militarization against our people, and less worry about the future of generation. But we know this is a long-term struggle against the very enemy of the people, which is imperialism itself. It will require persistent organizing and dedication to raise awareness of our women migrants, to make them understand who is the real enemy and what has to be done to change the condition. Meanwhile, we have no choice but to work abroad so we can continue supporting our families back home. We want recognition and protection of our work as a decent work. We want all government to ratify C1X9 and C190, include us in the labor laws and other legal protection, provide standard employment contract, ensure access to justice, allow leave out as an option, allow change employer or employment, right to permanent residence, stop collection of fees, create more fund and services for migrants, stop any form of discrimination and stigmatization by government, political parties, agencies, and employers. So how we do it? Our fight against imperialism does not start from the scratch. There were people liberation movement against colonization and imperialism in our history that we, women migrants, must study and learn from. There are also existing movements from various sectors and countries that women migrants must connect and unite against imperialism. Women migrants must acknowledge that we cannot fight alone. Our history in the migrant worker movement proves that our strength relies on our unity among us and solidarity with others to defend ourselves. Women migrants have no other choice but to organize as a way for what to organize. We need to update ourselves regarding the migration policies and it change the impact women migrant. That is why we spend every Sunday to our holiday, sometimes even weekday, with the women migrant community. We listen, learn, and discuss collectively on issues that we must respond to and action that we must be done. In every situation, even if very critical such as pandemic, we make sure that we always listen to the aspirations of women migrants. One of the key roles of the leader to provide political education, linking the reality of migrant workers with neoliberalism in capitalism. The type of activism and program also must consider the particular condition of women migrants, such as a rest day, working hour, type of communication, interest and hobby, and political readiness to be leader. We also work in partnership with local supporters and institutions to provide various types of service needed by women migrants, from medical, stress relief, relaxation, translation, skill training, and others. So what are our victories? Maybe I will wrap up. Yeah. We have so many victories. Our movement itself is victorious. We continue to mobilize is also our victories. We able to maintain our member is victorious, and many kind of victories that we already achieved. So we need to recognize it. So again, I want to wrap up that migrant workers need to continue to struggle no matter what the condition. We need to be creative as the leaders and make sure that we understand what they want, and we need to fight together. Thank you so much.